I'm back.
I'm back.
Well, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. It's March 17th, 2026. It's the first day that we've had above 10 degrees Celsius here in Canada. Naturally, it's time to head out to the tower and start some training. This will be our first day out. More than likely today is going to be mostly about just getting some light touches, some technique, starting to build in some of those movements and stabilizer muscles that are specific to FireFit. But I wanted to catch some thoughts while I was driving on the way to the tower. And I wanted to do a quick little recap of the 2025 season. 2025 season was, to be honest, a pretty big success. I had a couple of goals that I had outlined for myself. I wanted to set a personal best on the Canadian course of a 1:15. I wanted to set the FireFit world record for an over 45-year-old. I wanted to win team time and relay at the Canadian Nationals. I wanted to go down to the World Championships and be the over 45 world champion. And I wanted to set the world record on the Firefighter Challenge League course. How many of those did we accomplish? Well, first of all, I was able to run a 1:15.17 on the final day at Canadian Nationals, which was a personal best by over 2 seconds. And a huge lifetime goal for me to hit a 1:15. To say that I'm happy is a huge understatement. Honestly, I feel like if that's the fastest run I ever have in this sport, I can retire happy with that. I was able to secure the over 45 world record for FireFit. I was also the national over 45 champion, and I finished second in the men's open, which I was really proud of, right behind Brad Dix, who is a great friend and a savage competitor. Now, team time, we missed to St. Catharines by 1 second. I'm not gonna lie, that one hurt a little, being so close. The team times that we set, St. Catharines and us, would have beat probably almost any other team time any other year. So they were very competitive. And St. Catharines is kind of our, let's say, friendly rival from out east. So we really wanted to beat them. We also wanted to beat them in relay. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do that as well. We finished third in relay. We're still happy with a third, but we want to come back this year and reclaim that first spot. So after that, in September, I headed down in October to Worlds in Dallas and had a lot of fun hanging out with the crew in the house, the Brampton and Strathcona team. So my goal was to go down. I wanted to be the over 45 world champion. I also wanted to set the world record. I did set a personal best of 125, which I was marginally happy with. I do feel like I have the potential to run a sub 90 on the American course, and I would really like to see that happen. I did win the over 45 world championship. I did not set the Firefighter Challenge League world record. It's a 1:22, and I was 3 seconds off. So overall, really successful year, really fun year. We're thankful to the department and the sponsors, but now we're looking ahead to 2026. So what do I want to do in 2026? Well, I have a couple of simple goals. One, I want to take 1 second off my time. I want to be able to run a 1:14 on the Canadian course. It sounds a little silly to say that, but I'm planning on training an entire year just to take 1 second off. And it will take some hard work and a unicorn run to put it together to beat my personal best. I'm also 46 years old, and some would say I'm in the twilight of my athleticism. So one of these years is going to be my fastest year, but hopefully I got a couple left in me. The other thing I'm hoping to do is to finally set the Firefighter Challenge League world record. I want to crack the 122, and ultimately I want to run a 119 and break into that small group of people who've run under 90 seconds on the American course. It's going to take a lot of work. I'm going to put a lot of time and effort into it. We're going to see what happens. The other thing I want to do in 2026 is I want to set the European over 45 record. So I'm planning to go to Germany in June, early June, and throw down a race where hopefully I can take that record. I'm not exactly sure what the record is right now. I think it's a high 20 or a low 30, but I'm really looking forward to connecting with some of my European friends especially Daniel, who runs FireFit Europe, and some of the people I've been able to exchange shirts with from Poland and Slovakia, New Zealand. It's so much fun to reconnect with people. So I'm really looking forward to that. After that, I come back, and a week later, I go straight into a Calgary event, which is a regional. And on that particular event, I'd be looking to run around a 120. So for the team goals this year, I want to see Edmonton FireFit take back the Canadian National Relay and Team Time Championship. I'd also like to see a couple of our teams podium as tandems. We're going to have to see how that goes. I like to say that relay is 80% preparation and 20% luck. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in relay, and you need some stuff to go your way. But you got to put the hard work in to be a team that's athletic and dialed in. So we're going to try to crank that up this year and be more prepared than we were last year. Today's session, when we get to the tower, I'm going to run my normal warm-up that I normally run up. So today's session at the tower, we're going to start with my typical warm-up, which I will share with you guys in a future video, so you can incorporate the warm-up into your own preparation. But today, we're only going to be training in boots and gloves, and we're going to start with technique reinforcement, mostly tower stuff or front half stuff. We'll be using light weights for the rope, and we'll be waking up the muscles that have been dormant since October. Because of the weather and the winters that we deal with here, it means that we get a real off season. Not like Dan down in New Zealand. It seems like Dan never stops training. It's 365 days a year. But up here in Canada, we get a real off season because of the snow, which helps, I think. The break from the tower gives you that kind of mental separation so that when the weather gets warm, you're ready to get back into it and you feel mentally engaged. I usually feel by the end of the World Championships in October, I kind of don't want to see the tower again. I've spent so much time on it, I'm ready to have a break. So we're excited to start ramping up the training. I'll get a little bit of video of us doing our training today. And I look forward to seeing everybody on the course, and hopefully everybody sets a new PB this year.
Yeah, like I slip on the stairs and shit.
We're also discouraged how heavy 25 though.
You guys like my shirt?
Get that trace hand down fast. That's the practice on the lightweight.
I mean, was it like ambulance tires? Was it higher
but still.
But they had a platform. They were standing on a platform.
He's never running up front.
We're never gonna know.
Ready, go!
Stronger than Jordan, I'm more explosive than Jordan, and faster than Jordan. I have better conditioning than Jordan. I was like, why can't I beat him in this race? It makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
She's like, you're seriously sitting there thinking about that? I was like, yes.
It's black
my
magic.
thoughts.
It's black magic.
It's like, he is only better at bench.
All right, first day's done.
At least we don't have to put all the shit away.
Today's win was
You didn't hurt
nobody's injured. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this day one?
Yeah.
Day one. Good job. It's the earliest we've ever been, right?
Yeah, usually it's in April.
Oh, really? I feel like last year we had way less snow.
Yeah, we just didn't want to crash.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's what I said. And then I looked at the forecast. Next week's cold and snowy.
Yeah.
The rules. But, like, the new goals that we have,
It just.
I feel like I've been doing so many sandbag picks. That pack felt so light.
Oh, that's good.
Man, I'm buzzing.
That's good. Okay, first day's done. This is earlier than I think I've ever gotten out to the tower. We had a good session. Today's number one goal was to not get injured, and then just to get some hands-on, feet on the tower to start bringing back that muscle memory of the techniques. Pretty simple session today. We did 6 ups, we did 6 ropes, and that was basically it. Just kind of trying to activate those muscles that haven't been used in a while, build that muscle memory back of where the feet and the hand placement goes. A couple of the last ups were really fun. We ended up kind of racing and pushing ourselves pretty good. They felt smooth, felt like the explosiveness is still there. I'm always surprised how tired I am after 12 to 13 seconds of work on a simple up like that. I've done more to maintain my conditioning over this winter, but this sport is funny that way. It doesn't matter if you do just an up or a half or a touch dummy, you always feel so exhausted after. I'm going to do a few more of these throughout the year, keep track of the training progress. Definitely also going to throw in some technique videos. I've got one on how to warm up, and the next one after that is going to be how to do rope. That's by far the most requested video I've gotten from everybody. I'm working hard on that one to make sure it provides value for all the different levels of athletes. Anyways, if you made it this far, that's pretty incredible. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you on the course and on the next video.